Hi guys. I wanted to talk about something and address something that, lots of people have been commenting on and asking questions about, and that is, yes, I have lost weight. Yes, I've lost a lot. How did I do it? Um, I decided to choose a set calorie amount that I would stick to that, is on the lower end of what's healthy for a woman based on their activity level, and I stick to that. And as a whole, it's been pretty successful. I mean, I have periods where I plateau, but I think in any weight loss, that's what happens, And this has been a very slow process. This hasn't been a quick fix. I started trying to lose weight in August 2010, and obviously now it's October 2012, and I'm still sort of in the process, and that's okay. For me, it's been a very slow ride, and that's okay because I feel like I've kind of gotten in a groove with everything, and it's kind of a part of my life now. It's not like a fad diet. A lot of people I've heard use Weight Watchers, and that's very helpful for them. Calorie counting for me is cheaper and worked for me. A couple things I do want to say, though, is that I know I have a lot of younger people who watch my channel, and that just because if you're bigger, does not mean that you are ugly. We're made fun of because we're bigger, and we're taught that that somehow makes us not as good. Or unattractive, and I know I certainly grew up with that, and that's not true. Excuse me, there's a fly in here. All being bigger means is that you're bigger. I use the word fat as a descriptor. All being fat means that you're fat. It doesn't mean that you necessarily overeat or that you're lazy or that anything. There are plenty of fat people who eat healthily, eat a fair, not too much, and exercise, and are still fat. Sometimes it's just your DNA. If you overeat or you eat healthy, I mean, it's always a great goal to try to address those. But, even if you decide not to, that's totally your right. We're all our own people. The most important thing, I think, with losing weight and losing weight successfully and keeping it off is if you do overeat, actually, this goes for pretty much anyone who has a negative behavior that they do, which is almost everyone, because they're upset. See, a lot of times with growing up, if a lot of us feel negative emotions because guess what, we're human. A lot of times, almost everyone develops a negative coping mechanism to deal with those, whether it's smoking or drinking or being a bully or overeating or whatnot. And some people who are overweight and some people who are not overweight use food as a tool to distract them from their feelings. They're feeling something negative, or they're feeling stressed, or they're feeling something. And instead of feeling those feelings, because feeling negative feelings doesn't feel good. I mean, yeah, it doesn't. You may pick up a muffin or cookies or sometimes even fairly healthy food. Healthy food has calories too. It doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't even mean a muffin's bad. It just, if you're eating more than your body needs, then it's not necessarily the best thing. So they pick up that instead of feeling the feelings because it's easier to eat a cookie and taste, and that's distracting from feeling those negative feelings. So the really big thing that I think stands in the way of a lot of people losing weight is addressing those negative feelings. I highly recommend therapy and self-help books and letting yourself feel like crap sometimes. I know that sounds horrible because you don't want to feel like crap, and it's so much easier to have a cookie. It's so much easier to have a cookie than crying or feeling upset. But sometimes feeling those feelings and addressing the cause of those feelings, that's the key, is what you need to successfully lose weight or get rid of some other bad habit you have, really addressing, and a lot of these issues are from childhood, usually, something that you haven't resolved within yourself. That may not be why everyone overeats. Sometimes people just overeat because the food tastes really good. But that's a reason a lot of people have a lot of bad habits. And if that's you, and you really have to analyze, because it's not always obvious. It's not always, I'm eating this cookie because I feel bad. You really have to think about why you're going for a cookie that you don't, that you've already had a cookie and you want like 3 more. Why am I doing this? What about this cookie is going to make me feel better? And I just think that's really key. Learn to love yourself. That's the biggest clue to losing weight I can give you. Learn to love yourself. It's not even really about counting calories. I mean, it kind of is. It's a great tool, but it's about learning to love yourself, because that is what's important. If you overeat for emotional reasons or have other bad habits for emotional reasons, learning to love yourself is just something everyone really needs to do, or should do. Well, I shouldn't judge. That I think would benefit everyone. Truly loving yourself is awesome, and you deserve it. So do it. Do it. If you have any questions, I will try to answer. And I hope everyone's well. And this is really long, but I hope it was kind of informative. Bye!